Yes, yes, yes. Guys, I get to bring to you my first ever Amish grocery haul. It's been a dream of mine for a long time, and over here on the west side of the state, we have plenty of opportunities to go grocery shopping with the Amish. So let me show you what I got. So first I gotta tell you guys, it is on our drive to and from the cabin, like not out of the way at all. You can see it from the corner every single time, but it's not very apparent to an unexperienced Amish grocery store shopper what an Amish grocery store looks like. So I just said, like, you know, the name of the store, Bulk Food and Deli. And I was like, you know, every time we'd pull up to that intersection, I'd be like, I really want to go in there and just see what there is. And I've said that now for, what, 6 years? And finally, I Googled this week, because it's our first time, like I mentioned in a previous video, that we're here at the cabin for an entire week. So I knew I wanted to try to go to the Amish stores while we were here. And Google it, lo and behold, that is a local Amish grocery store. And it's like 10 minutes from the cabin. Oh my gosh. So without further ado, well, no, pause that for a second. I want to show you two things I found at a local antique store first. So this, isn't she a beaut? I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a, what do you call these? Like an angel food loaf pan?
A bunt pan?
It's a bunt pan, but it's not the bumpy one.
Right.
You know, it's just smooth. And it says Swan's Down Cake Flour Company makes better cakes. And it has some really cool vintage labels on it. Made by Kotzinger Company in Chicago. Anyway, I loved it, and I don't have a really good bunt pan, so anytime I need new kitchen things, whether it's measuring cups or mixing bowls, I always try to find a good antique, long-lasting. They don't make them like this anymore, and that becomes my my new addition to my kitchen. And the other things I'm really excited about, guys, I love pie plates. I love, love, love pie plates. And sometimes I think I have 4 now, and there's still never enough on certain occasions. This one, I'm gonna have to look them up because I don't know what they are. They're all stainless steel. This one is called Porth Pies. And in the bottom of the pie plate, it says 10-cent refund. How cute is that? Like, could you buy pies somewhere and then bring back the pie plate? Oh, so darn cute. And then the other two are two of the same, which I'm very interested in. It says Mrs. Wagner's Good Pies. Mrs. Wagner's Good Pies. And it has these holes drilled into the bottom of the pie plate. I'm assuming so your pie crust gets crispy. You know, not soggy. So very interesting. And I wonder if this is Mrs. Wagner of the Mr. Wagner that makes the great cast iron. So curious about that. I got 2 of those. And just to let you know, in case you're interested what I paid, I don't haggle them at the antique stores. I respect the antiquers that go and find them. I paid $4 a piece for the pie plates, and I think $12 or $15 for the bunt pan. Okay, so you guys want to see my grocery haul though? That's what I'm most excited about. So hold on a second, let me get repositioned and I'll show you everything. Okay, so I don't even know what order to show things. So I guess I'll start with dry goods first. I did a lot of bulk food shopping. I got this big, huge container of bay leaves. I was all out at home. And this is a little over 1/10 of a pound, and it was $2.27. Again, I don't know what a great deal is. I feel like this is a good deal. I mean, you pay $2.50 for a jar of McCormick's bay leaves, and I got all of this. So that's pretty cool. This I'm excited to try. They had a whole bunch. I could have spent a fortune in there, honestly. Todd, how long were we in there? Maybe an hour looking around?
Probably, it was a long time.
Yeah, and I couldn't make up my mind what I wanted to spend my money on. I got out like a budgeted amount from my debit card. I was like, that's all I'm going to give myself to spend. I'm not going to go crazy. And I so could have gone crazy. This is Amish macaroni salad mix, and it's basically a dry seasoning mix, and they give you a recipe on the side how to make Amish macaroni salad. But then they also said I can mix this with my mayonnaise for a sweet mustard sandwich spread. That sounds delicious. So I brought it in the cabin because I want to make like a grilled ham and cheese with this. I bet that would be good. And then we got some dehydrated ginger pieces. Let me see if I can open one and pull it out. They're very nice looking ginger. Again, something that we were out of whole ginger at home, and this huge container was $3. I think that's incredible. Okay, more dry goods with the bulk things. I got 2 big bags of whole rolled oats, and they're just called thicker oats. So they're probably not what you would consider quick oats because they're not overly processed. And they're about $3.30 for, this is almost a 4-pound bag. So I got 2 of those, 8 pounds of oats. I was interested in this. We do use a lot of breadcrumbs with our cooking at home, and this was pre-seasoned breadcrumbs, $2.72 for 1.7 pounds. So I'll just put this in a mason jar at home and store it in my cooking pantry. We do use cornstarch quite a lot, and this was a big 3.3 pounds of cornstarch for just under $5. I was really excited about this. We do have quite a bit of salt on hand. I've never bought the real salt brand, and this was bulk real salt. 3 pounds for $10. And I believe that's a good deal because I saw like the real salt container in a much smaller amount, and it was probably 3 times as expensive as I guess the way that they're able to process this out. Now, these things. I won't pull them out because they're like 50 pounds, but this is 50 pounds of Minnesota whole wheat, not whole wheat, but baker's flour, unbleached, non-GMO, $19, guys, for 50 pounds of flour. That is incredible. And then back here, we have a big 50-pound bag of Michigan sugar for $33. And this is a big bag of long grain rice, also grown in the United States, for 20 bucks. And how much was this poundage wise? 25 pounds of Michigan, or not Michigan, but United States grown rice. So really happy with that. That's all my dry goods. Now let's talk about the cheese. You guys know we love our cheese. That's the one thing I could not be self-sufficient on or survive without is our cheese. So Todd loves cheese curds. He bought a bag of onion, garlic cheese curds, and a bag of cheddar cheese curds. And this was grown on their farm. And we have some of their rolled butter. I was so tempted. They had like a big, huge roll of butter. I was so tempted to get that, but I was like, you know, I'll just try a small one first to make sure it's okay. I'm sure it's great. And it's not too bad. This is probably not super cheap. It was $2.79 for half of a pound. So probably not that great of a deal, but I'm excited about this one. In Michigan, raw milk is not legal to sell for consumption to humans. It's only legal to sell as pet milk or replacement, you know, animal food. So I don't know how they can do it, but they are selling raw milk cheddar, and I was excited about that, so we got a little block of raw milk cheddar. And this one, tell me if you guys have tried this, because I couldn't pass up just the name of it. It's called Amish butter cheese. Butter cheese. Oh, I'm just thinking it's gonna melt like when I make my ham and cheese grilled. It's gonna melt so smoothly and creamy and yummy. So I brought this all in so I could make myself dinner tonight, and I was like, oh no, I have to film it before I dig into it. And then the meats is the final thing. Oh, and we did just buy a carton of eggs because we don't have any eggs right now at the cabin. So we bought a carton of eggs. The meats, I'm gonna do an over the campfire meatloaf while we're here. So we got one of their pounds of ground pork, a pound of their ground beef, and definitely not a deal. $3.30 for the pound of ground pork and $5.50 for the pound of beef. But it looks like really good quality. And Todd got some meat sticks. No flavor, just beef sticks, Todd? Was it any flavor?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, just plain beef. But maybe you guys see this. And some of you probably know what that is. Let's walk over and take a look. I've had my eye on this, Todd knows, for some time. I first saw it in the layman's catalog, and then we looked on Amazon and they're like $200. Guys, it is a huge double burner water bath canner. Look at here. Think about how many pint jars and jelly jars and quarts I can fit into this thing. Boom! My life is going to be so much better come next canning season. I can't wait to use it. It's made of really thick stainless steel, fully welded seams. Absolutely gorgeous. And what did we pay for it? We paid a dear amount, but huge savings. I think it was $115. But it was hands down, like, we couldn't pass it up. We're like, oh my gosh, what a great deal. I'm sure they make it themselves. I mean, you can see the, you know, that's not like super professional weld job, but it's a heavy duty weld job. So super excited to have this added to my canning equipment, and I'm going to give it so much use. So stay tuned for next season, guys, when I bring you so many more canning videos and show you how I put this girl to use. Bonus footage, I finally got a tiny whisk. If you guys watch Binging with Babish, one of our favorite cooking channels, he always breaks out his tiny whisk, and I'm like, I need one of those. And I've never had my own adult gravy ladle, and I got a gravy ladle. I feel so adultish now.